Most people believe that working out while fasting is some kind of metabolic superpower. You skip breakfast, hit the gym, and assume your body has no choice but to burn pure body fat. It sounds logical. No incoming calories must mean stored fat gets used. That's the promise that hooks millions of Americans into early morning fasted workouts every year. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Fasting changes your internal chemistry in powerful ways. Hormones shift. Blood sugar stabilizes differently. Stress responses increase. And exercise adds another layer of demand on top of that. When those two forces combine incorrectly, you don't get accelerated progress. You get exhaustion, stalled fat loss, and sometimes even muscle breakdown. So we're going to break down the 5 biggest mistakes people make when they try to exercise while fasting. Let's get into the first, and probably the most common mistake. Mistake number 1, the beast mode fallacy, going too hard. The number 1 mistake is thinking that more intensity automatically means more fat loss, especially when you're fasted. You wake up, chug some water, and then immediately try to crush a high-intensity interval training HIIT session or a super heavy lifting day. The logic seems to make sense. No food in the system means your body has to burn fat for fuel, right? The problem is that's a huge oversimplification. High-intensity exercise is explosive, and it demands a fast-acting fuel, glucose. When you're fasted, your readily available glucose and glycogen stores are low. Your body can't just flip a switch and start burning fat to power a heavy squat. Instead, your body senses this massive energy demand with no fuel and triggers a stress response, releasing hormones like cortisol. This can cause you to feel jittery and anxious, and can even mess with your sleep later on. Even worse, if your body can't get the quick energy it needs, it can start breaking down valuable muscle tissue for fuel, which is the exact opposite of what you want. That shaky, dizzy, lightheaded feeling? That's your body telling you it's not working. The fix is to match your workout intensity to your body's current state. When you're in a fasted state, the goal isn't to set a new personal record. It's to gently encourage your body to use its fat stores for fuel. This means sticking to low to moderate intensity workouts. Think Zone 2 cardio, where you could still hold a conversation. Things like a brisk walk, a light jog, cycling, or yoga are perfect. These activities primarily use fat for fuel, which is exactly what you want to align with your fasted state. Save your HIIT sessions and heavy lifting for after you've eaten, when you have the fuel you need to perform and recover. Listen to your body. If you feel weak or dizzy, that's your cue to stop. Mistake number 2, the timing catastrophe. Working out at the wrong point in your fast, okay? So you've got the intensity sorted out. But when you do that low-intensity workout, it's just as important. A lot of people mess this up by exercising too early in their fast, or by not thinking about their specific fasting schedule, like a 16 to 8 versus a 24-hour fast. Let's say you do a 16 to 8 fast and eat between noon and 8 p.m. Working out at 6 a.m. might feel productive, but you've only been fasting for about 10 hours, so your body is likely still running on leftover glycogen. The real fat-burning benefits tend to kick in deeper into the fast. For someone on a 16 to 8 schedule, a popular strategy is to work out in the last couple of hours before breaking the fast, say, around 10 or 11 a.m. At that point, your glycogen is lower and your body is more primed to use fat for energy. But this is highly individual. Some people feel amazing working out first thing in the morning, while others have way more energy if they wait. The key is to experiment and pay close attention to how you feel. And you definitely can't use the same timing for different types of fasts. Trying to do a tough workout 20 hours into a 24-hour fast is a recipe for disaster. You're risking serious fatigue, dizziness, and muscle loss. For longer fasts, any exercise should be very light, like a gentle walk or some stretching, and ideally scheduled for your eating days. Don't try to be a hero. The rule of thumb is simple. The longer the fast, the lower the exercise intensity. Mistake number 3, the hydration disaster. Thinking water is enough, you're fasting, so no food. You're exercising, so you're sweating. You know you need to drink water, but here's the mistake almost everyone makes. Assuming plain water is enough. It's not. When you're fasting and exercising, you're not just losing water, you're losing critical minerals called electrolytes. Fasting can already cause your body to flush out more water and sodium. Add a workout on top of that, and you're sweating out even more. This creates a perfect storm for an electrolyte imbalance. This is the secret reason behind so many of the problems people blame on fasted exercise: the muscle cramps, the headaches, the fatigue, and the brain fog. It's not just low blood sugar. It's often your body screaming for minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Without these, your nerves can't fire properly and your muscles can't contract correctly. You can drink a gallon of water and still be functionally dehydrated because your body cannot hold onto it without electrolytes. The fix is a total non-negotiable. You have to add electrolytes. And I don't mean chugging a sugary sports drink because that'll break your fast. You need a clean, zero-calorie electrolyte source. A pinch of good sea salt in your water can help, but a dedicated supplement is usually best to get the right balance of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Taking electrolytes before or during your fasted workout is an absolute game changer. It will make a massive difference in your energy, focus, and overall performance. By the way, if this is clearing things up for you and you're finding it helpful, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. My whole goal is to give you practical advice that actually works, and your support helps me keep doing that. Mistake number 4, the recovery sabotage. Breaking your fast the wrong way. You did it. You nailed the timing, kept the intensity just right, you're properly hydrated, and you feel great. Now it's time to eat. This is where mistake number 4 comes in. Breaking your fast with the wrong kinds of food and undoing all your hard work. After a fast, your body is extremely sensitive to the nutrients you give it. The common mistake is to dive headfirst into a giant carb-heavy meal, thinking you need to refuel as fast as possible. The problem with a huge hit of refined carbs and sugar is that it sends your blood sugar on a crazy roller coaster. You get a massive insulin spike, which slams the brakes on fat burning and often leads to an energy crash. That leaves you feeling tired and hungry again an hour later. Another classic error is reaching for junk food as a reward for being so disciplined. That just floods your body with inflammatory ingredients and empty calories, which completely undermines your health goals. The fix is to break your fast with a balanced meal built around protein and healthy fats. Protein is absolutely essential to kickstart muscle repair after your workout. Think meals like eggs with avocado, a protein smoothie with unsweetened almond milk, or some grilled chicken and veggies. This gives your body the building blocks it needs without that crazy insulin spike. Experts agree that getting quality protein in after a workout is crucial for recovery. This smart refeed helps you smoothly transition out of your fast, supports your muscles, and keeps your energy stable for the rest of the day. Mistake number 5, ignoring that your body is unique. The final and maybe the most important mistake is trying to follow a rigid, one-size-fits-all plan. You see an influencer who swears by a 60-minute fasted run at 5 a.m., so you try to force yourself to do the same thing, even when your body is telling you to stop. The truth is, there's no single best way to exercise while fasting. The only best way is the one that actually works for your body, your schedule, and your goals. Ignoring your body's signals is the biggest mistake of all. If you constantly feel weak, your performance is tanking, you're not sleeping well, or you just feel sore all the time, those aren't signs to push harder. They are signs that your current plan isn't right for you. Your genetics, stress levels, and sleep quality all play a huge role in how you respond. Someone with adrenal fatigue, for example, might find any kind of fasted exercise is just too much stress. The ultimate fix is to become your own health detective. Pay attention and track how you feel. Maybe you find that a 20-minute fasted walk feels incredible, but a 45-minute jog leaves you drained for the rest of the day. Maybe you discover you feel best working out after you've eaten. That's not failure. That's just you gathering data and personalizing your approach. Don't get stuck on one single method. The goal is sustainable progress that makes you feel good, not punishing perfection. Conclusion. So those are the 5 mistakes that might be holding you back. Going too hard, messing up the timing, forgetting electrolytes, breaking your fast with the wrong foods, and ignoring your own body's feedback. Exercising while fasting can be an amazing tool for fat loss and improving your metabolic health. But it's a precision tool, not a sledgehammer. It's not about suffering through brutal workouts while you're starving. It is about intelligently pairing low-intensity movement with your fasted state and saving that high-energy fire for when you properly fueled. It's about hydrating correctly, refueling smartly, and most importantly, listening to what your body is telling you. Stop making these common mistakes. Start using these simple fixes, and you'll finally unlock the true benefits of fasting and exercise, feeling energized and seeing the progress you actually deserve.